Well, I suppose I had to do this because this is our first fully functional flight in the simulator, including all the overheads. So pretty damn exciting. We're sitting here at just outside gate 40. I've just pushed back from gate 40. Both engines running, fully functional. All the overhead is operational now, including all the annunciators, front and rear. The only problem I have, a slight problem with my dimming on the backlighting of the panel, so I've just got to sort that out. I think that's just a current problem. But there you can see a bird taken off there. Brisbane is traditionally the heaviest of all the frame rate airports, but seems to be doing fine here, so we'll see how we go on takeoff. Okay, so we're airborne, 25,000 feet above New South Wales coast. We're actually, if we have a look at the map, we are just over the border, heading towards Sydney. So, so far so good. Everything looks pretty good. Overhead's working absolutely perfectly. Throttles are fine. The only thing I've got to do is remap my toga switch. It's not activating on takeoff. But from a technical point of view, this is the best it's ever been. I have about 99% functionality, so we're almost there. I've just got to finish up my electrics over there and hook up those wires, and then put that cover back on, the same as this one over here. And even our little lights here are all functional now. That's our little which is supposed to be a map light, but you can actually move that around. It's on a gimbal. This one is also active, all hooked up 12 volts, and the adjusters on the side here. So you can have, there's multiple lights here, and of course my little side light here, which is functional as well. You can take that out and move it around the cockpit, and you can see if I turn it up, light is dull, but you can also adjust it to go red for nighttime operation. It's a little bit hard turning that red. Must be the other way. There we go. Yeah, so you can have that red in the cockpit. So those are all fully functional. They're real aircraft lights, floodlights. So big job in getting them functional and operational, and they just fit nicely on the side. I made the electrical connections here and put these fittings on the end, which are really nice. So currently we're doing pretty good. Looking good for our operations for World Flight, and I'll come back when we're a little bit closer to Sydney maybe, and see how we go from there. Just another quick little update. We've just hit our top of climb, which is 35,000 feet. Aeroplane is in a nice stable condition now, heading straight ahead to Sydney. So I'll just sort of give you a bit of a look. Here's where we are on the map. So we've still got quite a ways to go. Well, that's all very good, but life is pretty good sitting back in the captain's seat. Trouble is you're on your own, so it's a bit quiet, but and you don't get any back chat. Anyway, it's all good. Look at that beautiful scenery, isn't that gorgeous? All Orbix. Orbix all the way. Pretty amazing. Another little update. We're just about all configured now, ready for landing. We're going to start our top of descent just after our Meehan waypoint there. We'll be dropping down to 26,000, so I've got my auto brake set. I've done my checklist, gone through my checklist, so everything's all pre-configured, ready to go. So we'll be landing on runway 16 left, according to our little unit here. So we'll do a straight in approach, and it's actually an ILS approach, so I might just let the ILS do its thing. I don't want to hand fly this one. I'll see how we go and do a ILS. So the ILS frequency is all set in at 110.9, and I've also got Sydney ATIS at 118.55. Sydney has 5 ATISes, I think it is. So as soon as we get close enough, ATIS will kick in, and also our ILS kick in, and we'll go through the procedures there and see if we can put it on deck using the ILS. We'll see if all those systems are operational. So we're back again in a little pretty steep descent actually, because I had a phone call a little while ago and I'm outside talking on the phone, and meanwhile I should have been in here, and I've actually missed my last waypoint, so I've had to bump up the vertical speed to 3,100 feet a minute, so that was going to be expected. So I'll just have a little bit of speed brake, slow us down a little bit, which has worked beautifully. Once I get back down to a reasonable speed. But our next waypoint is Barara, just outside of Sydney. You can see it there. And then after that, we're actually on our finals into Sydney, so it'll all be happening then. But you can see in the screens here that Sydney's just over there somewhere, just down there, and we'll be coming in from the arrival. So I'm going to end up doing a go round. So I'm going to put it into a circular pattern at the moment and drop some height. There was no way I was going to get the aircraft down to the heading I needed at that, the altitude I needed at that waypoint. So I'm just doing a circle to drop some speed, drop some altitude. So I want to get down to around about 5,000 feet. Barara, I dropped a bunch of waypoints off too, which were unnecessary, and Barara now I need to be at 4,000, so I'm just going to, the next one is also a 4,000 as well, so I'll get it down to 4,000 feet and then get back on track again. So at the moment we're just circling. Just put her into a circular pattern. We're just going to do a go around until we get back on the track again. Right, so we're back on track again. And then we'll be doing our entry into Sydney. We're heading down to 1,900 feet. Sydney's right ahead of us. We're in a bit of a nose-up attitude at the moment. We will be dropping to our 1,900 feet very shortly. And then I'm going to start feeding in the flaps, and then we'll be jumping on the ILS, but doing the round trick did the job. So just check my overhead's all correct, and it is. Everything else is fine here. So I'm going to have to get back on the job. So I botched the landing and we ended up doing a go round and landed on 34 left. So now I'm just taxiing in. We're going to go to Bay41, which is just around the corner here, which is a really good bay to go to in Sydney, as it has a moving platform. What do you call it? I've forgotten the name of it now, this thing that comes out. Oh god, I've botched this too. The NIG system's having a fit. NIGS is the nosing guidance system that's used in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane, and I'm going to call it quits at that. So, close down my engines, fuel off, and then go through a little shutdown procedure. All the air conditioning valves off. Lights, hydraulic pumps, window heaters and probes are all off. Emergency lighting, seatbelt signs, buzz transfers off, galleys off, and IRSs are off, and battery power is off, and she's dead. And that's it, we're into